came across a patrol in the woods. I think that's the last of them, so I'm recording. I wouldn't record, there's loads of them after passing me, but I wouldn't record. No way, what? Them boys look absolutely mangled. They have no sleep. They're fucking in a zombie-like state. Whatever they did was incredibly hard, I believe. So, let me tell you what's just happened. I've just walked through the middle of a live military exercise for the second day. So, yesterday myself and my friend came up the mountain walking because we walked this trail. It just so happens to be a military training ground, but we walk this trail. It's free to walk all the time, whenever you want. And we came upon two jeeps parked, blocking the road. And there was a guy with an orange vest on. I don't know if he was military police or not. And I asked him, I said, hey, are we okay to keep walking? And he said, yep, go whichever way you want. Which we thought, okay, so we walked up this road. It's just a road that leads from the bottom of the mountain up to nearly the top. And the edge of the range is right there. But while we were walking, we were wondering what the jeeps were about and stuff. And then we walked on another little bit, and next thing we seen soldiers walking towards us. Fully kitted with every single piece of their gear, full night gear, you know, like bivvies, sleeping mats, everything. AT4 launchers, Steyrs with grenade launchers, Steyrs, GPMGs, full of ammunition, you know, everything, the works, walking towards us. And we were like, oh, so we just stuck to one side of the road and walked past them, and they all seemed like they were tired, because I know this is a run they do where they go from one side of the mountain over the mountain and down the other. And this is the side of the mountain sometimes they come down. And I know it's 20 kilometers plus with full gear. I believe it's 20 kilometers. Yeah, I think it's 20 kilometers. So they looked pretty tired, as you would be, from carrying all that gear over the mountain. But we then walked on, we walked the whole way up to here and left them go down. And we walked up that way, up around the mountain, and then we had to come back down this road. This is the road that we know. There is other roads down, but we know this road comes down. And we knew we'd have to pass them. And they were going into a camping area that I've done previous videos on. And I thought to myself, whoop, I have to come up here tomorrow with the camera and see what's around. But I was too soon, because as I drove up here and got out, started walking the road, I was met with soldiers again. But they didn't look as fresh as tired as they were yesterday. They didn't look as tired as they were today. They looked obliterated. They were just like this. Their eyes were hanging. Their uniforms were destroyed. They had done the 20k ruck, and then they did a camp down there. And by the looks of it, they did some kind of a night operation where they were doing a defensive position on a camp. Because as myself and my friend were walking past, I looked into the camp. Say you're the camp. As I looked in, I seen a girl on her knee like this with a Steyr up like this, and I was like, whoa, that's sick. But then I looked down to her side, and there was a guy with the GPMG, which is a light machine gun for people who don't know, just looking down the barrel at myself and my friend. Now it's all blank ammunition and everything. We just so happened to be walking past, and it's a soldier, he's disciplined with his weapon, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But as I looked past the guy and the girl, I could just see figures. There was so many of them inside here. And I snapped this photo, I'll show you right here, which is on my Instagram. Go ahead to the Instagram and follow it, because I put up pictures like this every now and again, giving little teasers of what's to come. There was a military truck with a tent, and they looked like they were going cooking stuff. They had a lot of cooking stuff there, and they were setting up. And I said, right, I'll come back tomorrow. So today is tomorrow. And as I was coming, met all those soldiers walking up. The tent is still there, but the jeeps are down there. It looks like they're packing up. So what they do is, at the end of an operation, they send people in and they pick up all the ammunition. And this is what I'm looking for, is I come in and try and find the stuff that they missed. You know, they're very good at their job, because I walked through before they got a chance, and there's ammunition all over the floor. There's smoke grenades, there's everything. And I've basically jumped the gun. I've come up too soon. I thought that they'd be gone by now, but they're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just walk back down the mountain, leave it till tomorrow, and then the video will continue from there, unless we see something cool in the meantime. But yeah, I jumped the gun. I didn't expect them to be here this long, but I'm not going to wait around because I don't know how long they take. I believe it would take them a while to walk the whole area to find whatever stuff is left behind. But yeah, we'll come up tomorrow and see what we can find, hopefully. I'll see you tomorrow. So, yesterday we walked this road and there was ammunition all over the floor. Their cleanup crew has since been through and picked up all that ammunition that was thrown all over the floor from the simulation thing they did, whatever they did, I don't know. But they're gone today. Also, no, I'm not just out of bed, don't mind my hair. So we're going to try and go into the camp. I looked in there while I walked past and I don't think there's anyone in there, but we'll see. Right, so 2 days ago when I looked in here while the soldiers were in here, I looked from there in the road and there was a guy laying right here, I think. They've destroyed them since. He was laying right here with a GPMG, which is a light machine gun, pointing it at me, and there was a girl fixing this here around them. So they were getting ready to start up for the night. But we're going to give a quick look around now and see if there's anything cool we can see. There's definitely been a lot of movement around here. And when I looked in a couple of days ago, I could just see people in the background. So there was a good few of them in here. So this is what we're going to scan. See. There's a top off a simulation explosion, and there's a pin off a smoke grenade. Might have been thrown from here. Down there, maybe. All speculation. Oh. The forbidden Sharpie. I actually need one of these at home, so I'm going to take this, thank you. But it looks like there's some spent rounds here in the muck. Yeah, they're fired. It looks like they had some kind of a ambush style thing set up and going. But we're only a tiny bit through this, so I'll keep you updated. If I find anything else, I'll... Oh, wait a minute, what the hell is this? I have no idea what that is. Looks like some kind of a makeshift bed or something. It's cool though. There was this right here. Oh, there we go. These are spent. But they looked like they had a GPMG set up here, pointing out. I also found it. That's off camo cream face paint. They lost the lid. Yeah, the actual container isn't around here, but I've pretty much looked at majority of around this area and there is nothing. Fair play to whoever, well, you know who you are if you ever see this video. Fair play on the cleanup crew. You did a really good job, which you love to see it. It's obviously not great for my content, but I don't care because you're not leaving stuff in the woods, so good game all around. Look at this red smoke, what it does. But this just goes away, look. It's gone. Yeah, so good job to the cleanup crew. I am going to pretty much get out of here now and go for a walk down to where the tents were set up, the big tents, and see if there's anything around there. But there's nothing here, so good job. There is one thing that I found, but I'm not getting it, nor the cleanup crew probably wasn't getting it either. Smoke grenade, but it's a spent one and it's in the middle of like huge sludge, foot deep of muck the whole way around, so ain't nobody getting that. Oh, thank you. Also, when I seen them the day after, so the second day that they were in, they were covered from head to toe in muck, and I know exactly what did it. There's like a sludge thing here, look, there's muck after being pulled out. So they crawled through this. Because you can see all this stuff is dragged and it's like thick. It used to be that thick. So you can see that they definitely were in this here down along here, and they got out just down here. That's disgusting, but I would do it, no problem. It's only muck, washes off. They've left their toilets here to be picked up later on during the day. So myself and my friend came down here, and when we came around the corner, there were 2 jeeps pointing at the road and a guy standing in between them, mate, with an orange vest on. I'm not sure if he was military police or what, but we just asked him, hey, are we okay to walk up here? And he said, yeah, go whichever way you want. So my thoughts on that would be, they don't mind you walking up these areas because it's going to simulate real life to the soldiers, because people walk in real life. They can't just cordon off an area in a troubled zone or anything like that. But yeah, they were cool, they didn't mind. So I'm going to go down to where they had their big tent and see if there's anything cool around. There probably isn't, but we'll have a look anyway. Alright, there is nothing where the tent was, and right there the truck. Oop, a little bit of sun for you. Oh, that's glorious. There's nothing left there. So that's been pretty much the video. Don't think we're going to see anything else. There's 2 toilets left to be collected. I have no idea who's collecting them. So yeah, thanks for watching if you did watch, and subscribe if you haven't already, that'd be great. And there'll be more of these videos in the future because they keep coming and training here, so I'm going to keep going out and having a gander at what they're doing. It was just awkward that I ran into them 2 days in a row. It was a small bit awkward, but they didn't care. They didn't mind. They weren't primitive or anything about their area. They weren't like, hey, get out of here, we're training. They were like, do whatever you want, man. So, hey, to the soldiers on that. So, hold on. Here's my theory. Sorry to cut myself off. Here's my theory is these soldiers are pretty new, because by the looks of it and my experience of looking at these places is they didn't have night vision. Because usually when anyone uses night vision, there's batteries everywhere. There was no batteries anywhere, and there wasn't a crazy amount of ammunition fired. Usually there'd be a lot, but there was like, and I walked through the middle of it before they cleaned it up. So I reckon that these are like pretty new recruits. They brought them over the mountain, camped there for 2 nights, trying to, you know, done their final phase of training and see how they get on. But yeah, fair play to you. You know who you are. I'm not going to say who you are, but well done. And that is hard as hell. If anyone ever wants to bring me on what they did, I'd be more than welcoming to take on that task and see how I get on. Because as I look back, I'm obviously too old now to join the army, but when I looked at those on patrol yesterday, I had so much. I was like, why didn't I go for the army? I would love the torture. I would love it. It'd be amazing. But anyway, that's been the video. I'm rambling now. I shall talk to you in the next one in a couple of days. Enjoy yourself until then, and goodbye.